Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I'm Canon EOS photographer, RandallMRueff. Canon EOS. Anyway, in this video, I'm going to talk to you and discuss the advantages and disadvantages of both the pop-up flash and the external flash. In this case, I've got a Digital XT with a built-in pop-up flash and a Canon Speedlite 580EX. Both of which are good, but have their specific uses. And when it comes to flashes, you don't want to use this when you need this. And you may not always need this. You can sometimes set up for this. So, which one to get, whether it be this one, a smaller one, a newer one, a bigger one, or to buy a camera with or without a built-in flash, is what we'll be discussing in this video. First of all, let's talk about the positives and the negatives. As far as positives, the fact that it can go back into the camera. You can set on this particular camera, like me, you can set it to a no flash, and it's basically on full auto, except it won't use flash, no matter what, no flash. So if you're in a wedding or someplace where they don't want you to use flash, you can set your no flash, and it will do its best to compensate for everything else: ISO, shutter speed, aperture, etc. To do its best to compensate without the flash, so you get the best possible images without a flash. So that's one thing. And if you don't, like I said, if you don't want to use it, you just pop it in, boom, it's down. Turn to that setting, you're good to go. There are several other settings where you can go without flash too, but there's one specifically just for no flash. So you can turn it off if you don't want to use it. If you absolutely can't use a flash, there's that. Secondly, the convenience. It's very convenient to have a flash built into the camera. Now, obviously it's not going to be near as powerful as this or one like it, but for your candid shot, if you're just shooting your family, let's say you're at Christmas time and somebody's opening a gift and you're not too far away and they're opening gifts, or you're at some dinner or reception and you're not too far away, or you're at some party and people are just, sitting there talking or doing whatever they do at different parties. If they're drinking some wine, or they're just talking to somebody, or they're doing some, depending on what kind of event it is, eating, drinking, just everyday things. This flash is going to be a good flash, but don't expect it to go real far. This lens is way more powerful than this flash, okay? At 28 millimeters, if I'm shooting 28 millimeters and the subject's not too far away, that's good. But if I extend my all the way to 300 and there's something far away, the flash may reach that distant object, but it's not going to illuminate it real bright because it's so far away. And it's not that powerful. I mean, you're going to get some illumination, but it's not like having a subject 5 feet away. Having a subject 5 feet away or 25 feet away, this flash probably isn't going to get that person 25 feet away, okay? Whereas something like this definitely can and will, okay? So this is just basically for your your casual photos, friends and family doing just casual things. Downside is go anywhere professional. They see that right there will tell any professional you're not a professional. This says I'm prosumer. I'm in the middle of the line. I'm not shooting professionally. I mean, it's like beep beep beep. He's not shooting professionally. He's not shooting professionally because they have this. Now, that's not to say you can't shoot with this and get professional shots, but for the most part, when professionals see this, they're like, he's definitely not a professional. Because most high-end professional cameras don't have a built-in flash. And what they do have, when they do use flash, is something like this. Something like this Speedlite 580EX that can not only twist, but you can twist all the way around 180, about 270, no, you can go all around 360 degrees. Now it's got marked settings where it'll lock in at 60 degrees, 75, 90, 120, 150. Okay, you probably can't see it, but there's a little marking right here. So it's every so often you can set it. And of course, it can also bounce up, so you can twist it and turn it up. You turn it around, turn it up, you know, up and down. So it's got a lot of bounce options that this doesn't have. Okay, so right here, this only shoots straight. This can not only shoot straight, but like I said, you can bounce off the ceiling. You can angle it. You can twist and turn it. You can twist, turn it, and angle it. I mean, there's just so many things you can do. If you're close to a white wall, you can even you can be shooting that way and bounce the light off the wall, and it'll bounce. Sometimes you can get some really neat effects with it. Plus the fact this has a built-in light diffuser. And if I can get it out, okay, there it is. It's got a little piece of, this is a little piece of plastic to point the majority of the light down. Plus, which I never use, but I do like this diffuser. It works pretty good if you're subjects aren't too far away. This is really good. It's already coming out of that one. It's already diffused a little bit, but this does it even more. Spreads it out even more. So if you're shooting objects. You know, you've seen a lot of pictures where a lot of times where you can tell the flash is just a few feet away and their face is real bright, the background's like black. Well, this helps to eliminate that situation. So what it does is, instead of spreading it out like this, it spreads it out like this. Okay, so it's spreading the light out more evenly. It's just a nice little thing to have. And the benefit to this is, if you don't want to use it, just slide it in, put it up, you don't have to use it. You want it out? Well, it comes out with a little bit of difficulty, but it does come out. Okay, and just, there you go. Now, one of the other side effects to this, or to either flash really, is recycle time. This is going to recycle better or faster than this one by a long shot. Because this one is getting its power from the battery, the two batteries inside the battery grip. Whereas this one are getting power from these 4 rechargeable AA batteries. Now however, if you really want to go hog weight crazy or wild, as I say, what you can do is get a high-speed battery pack, which is, normally it comes with a strap. It's about this big, somewhere that big. Put a whole bunch of high-capacity, high-speed batteries. Run a cable from that pack to, take the little cover off right here. You can run it to that thing right there. And you will have the capability of having a very fast, not only fast recycle time, but continual recycle time. Simply running off of the, I'll show you. Yeah, hold on, because it charges. Okay, there it is. Simply running off of these 4 AA batteries isn't bad. But if you've ever seen people like at the red carpet at like a big Hollywood event where they're shooting the celebrities and this flash is just going, they've normally got some kind of a battery pack attached to this, and they're not running on with this kind of battery. Now this will go for a little bit, but after a few seconds it has to stop and what they call recycle, and it takes a little bit more time to charge up, if you will. Take energy from the battery to get into the cycle system of the flash, and you have to sit there and wait for it. So, from that standpoint, if you want to get a high-speed battery pack and attach it to your flash, it's a good thing. If you're in a situation where boom, I'm going to be shooting, and Um, you're going to be in that situation where you have not only is your camera fast, but your flash needs to be fast to keep up. Getting one of those high capacity battery packs is going to be something you're going to want to do. I don't have one. I wish I did. My screensaver just kicked on. Hold on. I typed in the wrong password. Okay. So you're going to want to get one of those if having a lot of high-speed photos, high-speed or very fast recycle time on your flash is very important. For most people, that's not really really necessary to get one of those high-speed battery packs. But if you're doing super serious weddings or some special event where you're going to be shooting, 10, 12 frames a second on your 1DX or your 1DC or 5D Mark III where you're going to be shooting 5 frames per second constantly for and you need your flash to keep up, then you're going to want to go for that external battery pack. Granted, it's going to weigh several pounds, and it's going to be something you have to carry around with you. But 4AA batteries, it's just not going to get that. It'll go for some speed. Again, it'll go for some speed bursts for a short time, but then it's going to have to take time to cycle. So, it's all in what you want to do. Now, another thing you can do with this is, is if you want to go into manual mode, let's see, mode, you can adjust, hold on, which one is it? Hold on, there's one here somewhere. Okay, there it is. Okay, there it is. Well, I don't know what you can do here. Hold on. There we go. I'm trying to get the zoom going, but it's not really what I'm trying to. Well, anyway. I normally just use this on auto, so it doesn't really, I don't really mess with settings that much. Let's see. I'm trying to figure this out here. Well, anyway, I'm not going to mess with it, but why is it not? Okay. I do what I'm doing here. Okay, well, I can change it right here. I'm changing the hertz, not the megahertz, the hertz. And I can do multi-burst. I can force it to do what's called fill flash, where even if the camera says I don't need the flash to get a good exposure, I can turn it on and it will do a fill flash to make sure all the shadows. That's especially good if you're backlit. But there's just a lot. Like I said, I don't really follow this. I mean, I use this on full auto all the time. When I use my flash, it's on full auto, so I really don't mess with these custom settings. In fact, I'm not even sure. It's been so long since I've messed with them. I'm not even sure what everything does. There used to be a way you could adjust that, but I don't know if you can or not. Okay, another thing you can do with this is if you have line of sight to another flash. Nowadays they have a radio transmitter, but this one doesn't have a radio transmitter because it's an old one. But you can make this a master or a slave flash, which means if you want to use more than one of these, if you have 2 or 3 or 4, I think 6 is the most you can have. I could be wrong on that. But anyway, what you can do is there's at the very bottom what's called a master and a slave. So, for example, the master would be the one that's on the camera. If I turn to master, and it's got channel 1, And let's see if I go to channel 2. Zoom. Nope. Let's go back to channel 1. Well, anyway, it's on channel 1. And what you can do is I'm going to put the flash on the camera, and I set this as the master. When I take a picture, it will send out a signal to all the other cameras that are set to slave, and it's basically saying, I'm firing, so you guys all need to fire. Okay, which is really cool, because if you want to set up flashes, one over here, or maybe like a real popular thing to do is to put a flash, like if a person has real long hair, which I obviously don't have, but if they really have real long hair, they can put a flash behind them, and the flash goes through the hair, and it's a really cool effect. And so you're taking a flash, boom, plus they have a flash behind them, going boom. You really can do some neat stuff with it if you have more than one flash. So what you would do is you set this to the master, push the button on the camera, the flash here would go off, the flash behind them would go off, or wherever you've got the flash is set up within, I'm not sure what the distance is, but it's not too far, but it's like 25 feet or 50 feet or something like that. It's not very far. But anyway, it doesn't have, for an in-studio setting, it doesn't have to be. Then of course you switch it to slave. It'll take information from other flashes that are set to be the master. So a lot of neat possibilities. If you're more familiar with the flash than I am, and you have more than one, there are some really creative things you can do. And I'm sure there's a lot of things I haven't thought of, and a lot of people haven't thought of. Maybe there's something that you've thought of, and you can do with multiple flashes that's brand new. So, I mean, there's all kinds of ideas and possibilities. If you have the right equipment, and you can afford the equipment, and you can even afford more than one. Maybe you need 2 or 3. I don't know. It depends on what effect you're trying to do. But having one is really great. Another thing, I've seen some photographers use what they call off-camera flash, whether they will put a wire from their flash to the top of their camera, or nowadays they have wireless ones where they can put a little transmitter on top of their camera, and like they'll hold their flash down here to try to get the right angle, and they'll like take a picture and have the flash down here or up here, you know what I'm saying, depending on how they want to aim their light, and they'll take a picture, and hand hold their flash. I've seen people do that. So that's something you couldn't do with the built-in flash. And again, there are a lot of accessories, whether it be wired, tethered, or wireless. There's just a lot of neat things you can do if you have a flash like this that the built-in flash can't even come close to doing. So this is definitely a professional flash. This is not. But they each have their place. And if you know how to use them in the proper way, you can do a lot of really cool stuff. So there you have it. Now, there's something you want to think about. This camera, when I bought it, was about $750. Came with the flash. This flash right here was about $450 when I bought it new. It's probably a little cheaper down, but not much. This is one thing. Flashes don't really go down in price as near as much as cameras do. For some reason, they hold their value a little bit longer. Part of that, I think, is due to the fact that I can use this with a whole bunch of cameras. The newer cameras that come out, I can use this flash. An older camera that's been made, say, 20 years ago, I can still use this. So, I mean, good flashes hold their value longer, especially good flashes, but flashes hold their value longer than the actual cameras do, because obviously this camera's out of date by today's standard. I mean, it still does what it's supposed to do, but by today's standards, this is an old camera. This flash, however, works on this camera, works on older cameras, works on new cameras, works on small cameras, big cameras. Anything Canon makes that has a flash, this can go on, okay? So this is usable by, if you have a little pocket camera and you want to put this big flash on it, which looks kind of stupid, but if you've got a Canon camera that has a flash adapter on it, this flash will fit on it, even if it's a little pocket camera. Now that may look stupid and it may be weird to carry, but if you want to do it, you can do it, okay? So, a lot of uses, a lot of value. I use this a lot. Not all the time, but a lot. So, it has served me very, very well. So, again, advantages to both the pop-up and the non-pop-up flash. And my screensaver just keeps on again. I don't know why I did that, but anyway. But to finish off with, they both do what they're supposed to do. They work great for what they're designed to do. And it just happened that this was designed and made to do a lot more than the flash here, what they were made to do. But it costs more too, so you get what you pay for. And I hope this video has been informational and helpful. And deciding whether or not you want to buy the 580EX. There's also now a 580EX2, as well as the new one is the 600 RT, which stands for radio transmitter. Whereas this works as a master and slave unit, sending infrared signals out through here. The radio transmitter can go a lot farther because it's a radio signal. So they're always making improvements, of course. But I'm very happy with this flash. No complaints whatsoever. So again, I hope this video has been informative and helpful to you. And can help you aid in your photography. And if you're trying to decide which flash to buy, I would definitely recommend that, or the EX2, or again the 600. Canon makes a lot of different flashes, and depending on what you need to do, what kind of photography you're trying to do, there's lots of options. So these are the two I have and that I use and that I recommend, especially the EX lens, or flash. So I'm going to end with that and say thanks for watching. Have a good day. May God bless you. And as always, flash or no, keep taking those pictures. Bye. Oh yeah, it's down here.